Hey guys, today we're going to be reacting to a video by Solar Youth. It's about being agnostic to God and the journey of this other guy and Solar Youth's video. So let's go ahead and react to what they're going to say.
What's up guys, it's Solar Youth and I'm back here in southern Brazil with my best subscriber Kevin. Hey, for a subscriber meetup. Today we're going to talk about religion, but not religion in the dogmatic sense, religion in the natural sense, because if you look around the world, every tribe is religious, but none of them are dogmatic. And we're going to talk about Kevin about the religion of nature and his journey from agnostic to religious in the natural way.
So I'm going to quickly say this. I'm not religious, like I'm not Christian, I'm not any of those religions. I do, however, believe in nature. So if you consider that a religion, I guess you could say I'm religious in that way.
Okay. Kevin, could you tell me about your religion and this journey of yours?
Okay, so first defining religion, it's different from science. People try to mix it up, but I think they're completely different things. Science is the domain of empirical things, whereas religion is the way you orient yourself in life. So everybody is religious, everybody has an orientation. When you choose to do something, you're religious. Oh, I choose to go with my wife to an event instead of staying in my house. That's religious. Okay, I think that's valuable. The things you value are your religion. Okay? So I think everybody in a certain way is religious. And I think...
Yes, this is a very good point. It's great that he brought this up.
I think that you can structure it in a very, very good way, in a very productive way. In a very correct, productive way, when you produce things instead of typing man-made symbols in a man-made screen. Okay, so... that's first defining religion. Then I would say the first claim is that the world, reality itself, is chaotic and entropic. Nature is chaotic. Okay, so nature, it creates and destroys. It's chaos, and if you don't protect what nature creates, it gets destroyed. It's entropy. Okay.
Like, for example, like you create a cathedral, and if you leave it for 2,000 years, it'll crumble to nothingness.
Exactly. Now, first, let's say if you create a small house, it's destroyed. Now, let's say you build a very beautiful cathedral that everybody admires, it's made of stone, it's gonna last thousands of years, if you take care of it. Okay?
Yes, so pretty much when you do things naturally, it's gonna work out, because that's the way you're supposed to do it. That's the way for things to actually work without having problems.
And that's the thing, if you take care of it, if you're alive and you're still giving life to things, that's the second claim. We are alive. Okay? By being alive, we ought to preserve our life. We will continue. If we don't preserve life, then we die.
Yeah.
Simple as...
Yes, and many people are always doing things that are actually shortening their lives or deteriorating their health, and they don't even realize this. If they just do it the natural way, follow their instincts and nature, they will be so much better off. But in today's society, nobody even recognizes this or realizes this. So they're just going down paths that is just taking them to things that are not benefiting them like as much as they could be benefiting from just following nature.
That. So the world is chaotic and entropic. It's two things, chaotic and entropic, and we are alive. If we stop caring for life, it dies. So we want to stay alive because we are playing. And that's the third thing. Play is the highest good. It's the state where you just do what you want to do. You explore, you create, you love, you...
Yes, you're truly happy.
Feel. And you're alive. It's the gift of life.
Yeah.
And it's the happiest of happiness, the deepest of meanings, the most profound of emotions. Okay, so we have three things now. We have the world being chaotic and entropic. We know that we are alive, and life is play.
Yeah.
So now we have an axis. We have the worst, that is entropy and chaos, losing life, and the best thing is play. So, then I'm going to use some Western religious words here because I think that's going to connect to many people. For example, now we have hell and heaven. Hell is basically when you're just suffering and everything leads to chaos, entropy, destruction. and you lose life.
Mm-hmm.
And heaven is when you're most expressing life and you're creating more and more life. And what is the highest of heavens? Eternal life.
Yeah, but everyone's mixed up and they're following these man-made religions that is not actually guiding them down the right path. They're made by the people at the top, the people in charge, the people with power, and you're just being controlled and manipulated and having all this faith in things that aren't even truly real. It's not convincing, there's no proof. You just follow and listen to it. But nature, it's right in front of you. And you were given instincts for a reason. And when you listen to them, notice how they always benefit you. For example, when you're in the cold, your body's telling you to quickly get away from the cold, or go get something warm, go somewhere warm, so that you can feel better. Because what's the case? Being in the cold, it's not good for your body. It's not good for your health. So your body is trying to help you. Or, for example, if you're about to get hurt, like something's coming at you, your body, and you just react, and you have this feeling of fear, like you want to get away or avoid the pain because it's going to come from this object or whatever. That's your body letting you know that what you have to do is listen to your intuition.
Eternal play. And how do you create eternal play? Reincarnation, being in flesh again, producing children, reproducing. Okay? And sure, you can reproduce and create misery, yes, and then you're creating hell for other people, you're not creating heaven. So the highest of heavens is when you're happy and when you're reincarnating.
Yeah.
Again and again and again.
It's very interesting because there's like a biblical story where like there's this kingdom of heaven and like there's sort of like pleasure and freedom, and then the demons, which used to be angels, they revolted from God, which we could say to be nature and like the natural life, and then they go to hell and always suffer. And what we could interpret that to mean is like if you actually go against the laws of nature, you will create hell. You'll create suffering and entropy because you're not creating, you're trying to destroy, you're trying to be like this destructive.
Yes, whenever you go against nature, go against your instincts, or do things that aren't natural, all you're doing is actually harm. Like, for example, when you work out, you're lifting these weights and it feels terrible, yet you're pushing yourself so hard and you keep going forever. All you're doing is actually worsening your health. You think you're becoming stronger and you're putting on muscle, that's your body adapting to the stress and to the pain to be able to lift these heavy weights. But the point being, you shouldn't do that because that's not actually good for you. That's not healthy. See, every time you go against nature, all it leads to is worse health, and it negatively impacts you. You're not going to feel good when you go against nature because you're just going to be less healthy and more unhappy.
The force around you instead of trying to create. Because your own structure as a human being, like the cells inside of you and all the workings of your body, like all the billions of cells that are running through your whole body right now, like that is a structure, that is order, that's opposed to chaos. And recreating that in the future is essentially reproducing God in the world because you're creating yourself, you're imitating the Creator Himself, and so you have the Spirit of God within you, this creative spirit.
Exactly, like I was going to tell everybody that we are made in the image of God. This is of order. Like there's chaos, there's destruction. And
yes, if you're made within the image of God, that would mean what you do with your intuition, your instincts, following nature, it would be perfectly fine. But yet, people completely ignore this. We're made within the image of God, and they believe this. But they don't even realize that that would mean our instincts are right. That would mean nature and natural things. It's the right thing. It's not wrong. But yet, people, they're always going against this.
Destruction doesn't keep going, just destroys. So the opposite of that is God. You create, you're alive. So by being made in the image of God, you keep going, you keep your order, you're alive.
Yeah.
And since you're made in the image of God, you're perfect. But you can go towards things that are imperfect. You have free will. You have the will to choose things that are not perfect, that are not aligned with God. But that's aligned with entropy. You're naturally going to get punished.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Like hell is on this earth. Hell is the punishment
Exactly.
for living unnaturally.
Exactly. So, let's say there might not be an agentic being that's God, that's manipulating reality to punish you. But you can observe in nature, in this world, in this realm right now, that if
These rules are in place. Our instincts are in place. What's natural is in place. It's all for a reason. It's all to guide us and to help us. But when we go against this, it's just going to negatively impact us. Things are the way they are, and what you must do is follow them correctly, or else you're going to be punished.
you do something that's not aligned with life, with order, something that preserves life, preserves play, you're naturally going to get punished.
Yeah.
Because play is the highest good and you're not playing.
Yeah.
If you cannot play, you cannot express yourself.
Yeah.
Then resentment's going to build inside you. Okay, I cannot find love. I cannot preserve life and be happy. Okay, you're going to get miserable. So
Yeah.
that's
Yes, exactly.
the natural punishment. Oh, I don't eat what my body needs, what my creation, my physical self needs. Okay, you're going to degenerate.
Yeah.
Exactly. If you don't eat the right foods, you're going to be malnourished. You're not going to develop correctly. You're not going to feel your best. You're going to get health issues, and so on. It's a great point.
And you're going to suffer.
Yeah.
It's very, very simple, and people forget it's that simple.
Yeah, and like play. When you can't have love with a girl, that means you can't play.
Exactly.
You can't play with a beautiful girl. When you can't go around and run around outside, when you have to be in this concrete block city, you can't actually.
Everybody is now making everything so complex when things can actually be much more simple. Nobody's really ever trying to look from a more simple and basic perspective. They're always looking for the most complex answer. Answers, they don't always have to be this crazy, out of this world, unimaginable thing. A lot of time, answers, it's just simple. But nobody is ever satisfied nowadays with this simple answer. But most of the time, the answers, they're actually just going to be simple.
Play the way you need to. You are forced to be responsible, a good slave, you know? And so, I think this really makes sense, and the play itself is the creativity. It's the creation of happiness, joy, children, reproduction unto infinity, if
Yes.
that keeps preserving itself.
Exactly. And you go on forever always playing and doing what you want. That can be anything. It's expressing yourself. It can be expressing yourself through children, through
Yeah, now people are always doing things they don't actually truly enjoy, so they're never actually truly happy and satisfied. Also, they have all these health problems, all these modern issues that people never used to have, the health problems that they act like are normal, but no, it's only normal within this modern society because of our products, our food, our lifestyle, and so on.
relationships, through works of art, through building, through anything
Yeah.
you want. That's happiness, that's life. And one very important thing, how do you know if you're going towards play or entropy? You can ask yourself. You can truly ask yourself and expect truth. But you need truth. If you lie once, then you're starting to destroy.
You should always follow the truth, even when it's a harsh reality. Always admit the truth. Always be self-accountable. Always be truthful. And you should always want the truth. Because when you reach the truth, and you tell the truth, and you are looking for the truth, it's always going to benefit you. It's always going to help you. If you lie, you're just going to be stuck in that terrible position. If you tell the truth, you'll improve. Things can change. And the truth, it will, whether you believe something or not, if it's not true, it's not actually going to benefit you. You can believe, hey, it's going to benefit me. But then you go and do it, it's not actually going to ever truly end up benefiting you. The only thing that matters at the end of the day is the truth. What is true? It doesn't matter if you believe something and it's not.
The connection with yourself.
Right.
Because you're creating a version of yourself that lies. And you cannot trust yourself anymore. So, maybe you've lied 1,000 times in your life. Sure. Start telling the truth.
Yeah.
And then you start connecting with your own truth. For example, if I pick up a rock here and I kill Solar
Yeah, when you follow the truth, you will know what to do.
you, it's not gonna preserve place, it's gonna destroy everything, and I know that. I don't need to ask myself, should I pick up a rock here and start bashing my needs? That's gonna be good. No, we know.
Yeah.
We intuitively know what's good for us.
Yeah.
We've been here for I don't know how long.
Yeah, it's like now people are doing these long marathons, they're pushing themselves, taking steroids, they're getting so muscular, pushing themselves so hard in the gym. Our natural instincts, though, we would be against this, but we've been so programmed to the point where we actually just go ahead and do it, and even if it doesn't feel good, we believe it's actually good for us. But we're just worsening our health and decreasing our longevity, which is completely crazy and is insane that we've gotten to this point.
Know what's good for us.
Yeah.
You just need to hear yourself.
Absolutely.
I don't know what's good. Okay, ask yourself.
Yeah.
Wait for the answer. That's God inside you. That's order inside you.
Very well said. Like, trust your intuition, because, like, your intuition is right. It knows what's good for you, and we only go wrong when we go away from that, because that intuition is the creation of God.
Exactly.
It's very interesting.
So, we can have a summary to recap this.
And most people aren't realizing this. They're not recognizing that it's much more simple to know the truth.
We have life and we have chaos. And you can align with either. You can align with hell or heaven. And then you tell the truth to understand where you're going. If you're going towards play or you're going towards hell. Simple.
Yeah.
Very simple.
And so what would you say, like, being a divine person would be like? Or what is something that's, like, divine in the world? How would you describe that?
Okay, so, again, I told you guys I was going to use religious terminology, Western religious terminology. So bear in mind when I give you definitions, it's like Christ. Okay, so a Christ or a saint is a person that is fully, completely aligned with God. So, you look at yourself and see, okay, I'm carrying something that's not aligned. For example, I'm envious. Okay, are you using that for inspiration? Are you using that emotion to inspire yourself? Or are you being
Creation?
Yes. Inspired from wanting to destroy everything and destroying your own self. Okay? Then you let
Doing that, you're not being aligned with God.
go of those parts that are not aligned. Let go of that. And you're going to be happy. Oh, I'm eating that.
Like, doing all the bad things, you're actually just distancing yourself from the truth and what we would consider God.
Bad food. I'm addicted to this. Okay, start eating naturally.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to use your will, that creative will, to, like, change yourself. If you're living an unnatural, you could say, anti-godlike life, an impious life, literally, because
They're bringing up so many great points and reasons, and I agree with so much of what they're saying. I believe they're right. They know what they're saying, and more people need to realize this.
you're not respecting the laws of nature. And then when you do respect the laws of nature, like you're on the highest religious possible, because you are fulfilling the will of God, hitting the laws of nature. You are manifesting the laws of nature, creating them continually in the moment, and so you are manifesting the will of God.
Exactly. You keep telling the truth. You keep finding what's not aligned, and you keep aligning yourself more and more.
Exactly. And why would you say, like, telling the truth is inherently aligned with being godly? Or how does that connect?
Because you cannot see God without telling the truth. You have two options. You can lie. If you're omitting something, there's no oh, I'm not telling the truth, but I'm not lying. If you're not expressing the truth, you're hiding the truth. You're lying. You're destroying.
Once you realize this reality, your life it's going to improve so much, and you're going to just be so much happier, and you're going to feel so much better. So always just follow the truth and be honest.
Because not saying something is an action itself.
Yes, exactly. People think that you can absent yourself from anything. No, I'm not taking a decision. Okay, that's a decision by itself.
That's exactly.
Because, okay, one of the principles is that we as humans, we have energy. No, I'm not talking about, vibes, electrical, biomagnetical. I don't know about that, but we have energy. We can do stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, and even when you choose, okay, I'm going to choose to stay here in this long instead of going hunting, it's a choice. We always are responsible for our choices. Okay? And when you choose not to express the truth, that's a choice too. It's a choice to align with a lie.
Yeah.
You're not expressing truth. And if you don't, then you cannot know.
Yeah, you're choosing to do what's wrong. You're choosing to go against your instincts. What's actually right.
Where God is, what's the direction, and you become aimless.
Yeah. And like, you might think that these little lies will just not affect you, but the more you tell lies, the more it's acceptable to your own self to tell lies.
Exactly.
Which means that you'll tell yourself lies about nature, about truth, about the good life, and you'll just lie about everything, which will lead you to hell.
Yeah, you're lying and manipulating yourself.
Destruction, unhappiness, suffering.
Exactly. For example, okay, I eat something that's bad for me. No, I'm gonna keep eating because it's convenient. Because it's easy. I've been always eating this. Okay. You're gonna say that, and then you're gonna train yourself to do that. Because it's a practice. You practice your virtues. Okay, for example, now I'm not a very generous person. Okay, but maybe you can be. So you start practicing that. You start walking that path.
Yeah.
Or, no, I'm a very courageous person. I'm a protective person. I protect my family. I protect my community, my children. I protect myself from things that are bad for me. You keep practicing that.
Yeah.
And you can practice either things that lead you to heaven or things that lead you to hell.
Yeah,
you're always practicing.
It all starts with that will to be aligned with like God or nature, and then that changes your life through the will.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're willing not to align yourself, and remember, the world is fundamentally chaotic and entropic.
Yeah.
If you don't align yourself with heaven and play, you're aligning yourself with chaos.
And what did you believe when you were not believing in God, not believing in these beliefs? Like, what was your different worldview?
I was completely aimless. I was trying to find
clueless and confused.
scattered things here that work and build a Frankenstein view of life to see if it worked. Because nothing made sense.
Yeah.
There was no direction. It's like, okay, this seems nice now it doesn't. I don't know. That seems good. Of course, you always have your natural intuition, so you always have a certain vague direction, but you can fall in that path. You're gonna fall, it's not clear.
Now people are just doing things the way they've been taught by society. They're not following the natural ways and their instincts. They're following what they believe is the right way to think and go at things, but people, they're not admitting to reality and the truth. So they just end up always never really being truly happy and satisfied.
Try to run in the fog of nature, you're gonna trip and fall.
Yeah, it's very true, and I think I've had a similar journey myself, because when you realize that, like, nature itself has laws, and those laws apply to you, and those laws are obviously observably objective. They're objective, you cannot deny them. Then you realize then there's this objective thing, which you can call God, that you must follow or you suffer. It's very simple, and it requires no faith, it requires no dogma, it requires no books to read, it just requires listening to your own intuition, which we believe was built by God to get us rightly.
Imago Dei, we're made in the
You don't have to really think much about it. You just know and you do.
image of God.
Yes, exactly.
You're alive. You're perfect. You're a creation. You're creating as well. You're everything.
Yeah. And like we've been blessed with this ability to like think and reason about things so we can spread this ability of truth. But the reason why our world is so screwed up is because so many people are not aligning with that. They're aligning with chaos, with evil, with lies, and with things like money, like fake money, just to get more money, and then they lie to get the money. So they
man-made paper.
have all these like fake goals that they go for, and they destroy their natural self. They destroy the godlike essence within them.
No wonder you're unhappy.
Exactly.
And what?
Yeah, when you go against nature, you're always going to be unhappy because you're going against your true self.
Hey Mike, tell me this. Why did we agree to talk about this? Because I want people to be happy.
Yeah.
I don't want other people to be aimless and suffering. So there's no point. It's pointless,
Yes.
aimless suffering.
Yes.
You can be happy. You can be fully happy. And this is one of the things that I think, oh, God is omnipotent. I think the definition of that is you have all the potency. Omni is all, and potent is from potency. You
Yeah.
have all the power of the human self. You have all the power. When you're more aligned with God, you can do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to build a house. Okay, I insist on that because
Yeah, and you know what to do. You understand. You're not going to run to these problems as much because you're going to be following nature, and nature will just lead you to the truth and what's right. It will benefit you.
like building. So, okay, you're building a house, you're building a family, you're exploring all of that
Yeah.
potency. You can do everything.
Yeah.
So you want to do something, align yourself with God. And it doesn't mean, oh, I'm going to come here in this man-made building, in this man-made ritual position and pray 7 times. You don't need to do that. If you want, sure. Like, I have no problem with you doing that. Just, you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah, you don't have to pray.
align yourself with playing, with what's good. What's going to preserve eternal play? What's going to create heaven? I think that's a fundamental idea. You want to create eternal play, eternal happiness, eternal love.
Yeah. And every one of your ancestors have done it, so why
Yeah.
can't you do it? You can do it. You just, you're in this man-made box cubicle that you put yourself in there that, oh no, I have to work this corporate job. Oh no, I have to live this style of life. Oh no, I have
Yeah,
to
you
do
have this programmed mind where you feel like you must because you've been programmed to have no like belief in the truth and what you really want and getting what you really want, being truly happy. You don't even have the self-belief, and you feel like you have to do what society wants you to, but that's not the case.
But there's so many options out there. You just need to use that omnipotent, that potent, that creative essence inside of you, and like look for options to create what you really want, which is like play, family, love, the continuation of that to eternity. Like this is what we all want, and it's fun. It's beautiful.
Exactly. It's happiness. It's true natural happiness.
Absolutely, man. I think that's a great way to end the video.
Okay.
And thanks for the talk. Thank you for explaining your view on God and this aspect of religion and like this natural religious essence, because it really makes sense. It's very observable. It's very obvious, frankly, when you think about it. And I hope it can help people out there who are like lack meaning, who don't have any direction, who are just like drifting through life, or are trying to read all these.
Yes, I think his videos are very good for people. Like, I think that he spreads the truth. What he says makes perfect sense. I think they both are right. So you can go ahead and check Solar Youth out. You can go ahead and check him out as well. I don't really know how to say his name. But yes, I believe what they're saying is true. I think this will be very helpful for so many people, and it will really guide them down the right path. They'll know what to do. They'll understand, and they won't feel so trapped anymore, and they'll actually be happy. So I really like this video. I think that what they're doing is great, and I'll see you guys in the next video.